The London home series was this past weekend, guys, in the Call of Duty League, and we're getting one step closer to COD Champs, which is going to be coming up here before we know it. And what I will say is this, guys, after watching the London home series, we're starting to really see which teams, it seems at least, are going to be the real contenders here when it comes to COD Champs. Now, that obviously can change in a matter of one weekend, guys, because at the end of the day, what's beautiful about the Call of Duty League as a whole is we are seeing so many different teams really show up and show out at the end of the day in a way that we haven't really seen before in Call of Duty. We've always seen dark horse teams, but with the Call of Duty League, anybody can win on any given weekend. And with that, guys, let's talk about the Dallas Empire, because this is one of the teams, guys, early on when the CDL was first announced, we saw all the teams, the rosters, and things of that nature. Going into the first year of the CDL, I had predicted that the Dallas Empire were going to be one of the toughest teams out there in the Call of Duty League. Now, I'm not saying that they're going to win COD Champs. I think there's a really good possibility they could, but they are certainly up there with the best teams out there. And with that, guys, the Call of Duty League tweeted out on their official Twitter account, "Back to winning form, Dallas Empire are victorious in the London home series." And so with that, guys, with the COD League now coming to a close as far as the regular season is concerned, the Dallas Empire, they won the London home series. Now, sure, not all of the best teams were there, Chicago wasn't there, I don't believe. Now, Atlanta was there, FaZe, New York Subliners. But a lot of these teams, guys, there's a lot of teams that really have shown up in major ways. We saw the New York Subliners win, their home series, which was really big. We've seen Atlanta FaZe be dominant, but then we've also seen them struggle at times. We've seen the Florida Mutineers do really well at times. Paris Legion just recently, with this past weekend, really showed out in a major way. So at the end of the day, guys, we'll of course be giving our predictions on who we think is going to win the, COD Champs this year. But the Dallas Empire, big up to them for pulling out the London home series. And the big thing here, though, guys, to remember is the way in which they did it in dominating fashion, absolutely dominated the competition throughout the course of, the weekend. I mean, they are showing themselves to be a real force to be reckoned with. Now, people will say they're just good because, based on the online aspects, which might, be part of it. We've seen, early on before the Call of Duty League started, and we saw scrims and things of that nature, the Dallas Empire were probably the best team out there. And then when LAN came around and they were playing on LAN, they didn't do as good. They struggled at times. But then, of course, they've still been winning, some of these home series. I believe this is their third one that they've won, and that's a big deal. So what I'm getting at, guys, is the Dallas Empire are going to be a force to be reckoned with. Mark my words when we get to COD Champs. And sure, there's going to be other teams out there that are going to give them a significant run for their money, and anyone can really win, guys, in this league. That's something that we've certainly seen so far. Any one team could win COD Champs, and that's what makes this league very interesting. But with that, guys, the Dallas Empire do win the London home series. Like I said, big up to them, and I'm excited for the next, for what's coming, guys. Really, COD Champs here at the end of the Call of Duty League season. It should be exciting. It should be something really special to see that very first, COD Champs. Unfortunately, it's going to be held online, but at the end of the day, guys, this is going to be some of, some great competition in my personal opinion. But like I said, guys, what do you guys think about Dallas winning the London home series? What do you think this means leading us into COD Champs here very shortly? What do you think this means? Do you got Dallas Empire winning it all? Do you have one of these other teams winning it? Atlanta, Chicago, one of these other teams? Let me know in the comment section down below. And for more Call of Duty League content and videos, stay here with Zero TV.